The little girl came running out of nowhere, barefoot on burning asphalt, tears cutting clean lines through the dust on her cheeks, her small chest heaving as if her heart might burst right out of it. The bikers had just finished parking, engines still ticking as they cooled, leather vests creaking as men laughed and joked under the open sky, when her cry split the air like a siren. "Please," she screamed, her voice cracking, raw with terror. "They're beating my mama." Every sound seemed to die in that instant. The laughter stopped. Conversations fell apart mid-sentence. One by one, the bikers turned, their faces hardening as the meaning of her words settled in. She ran straight toward them, as if instinct told her these men, towering, tattooed, scarred by life, were her last hope. She stumbled, nearly falling, and one of the bikers dropped to a knee before she even reached him, catching her gently, steadying her shaking shoulders. Her eyes were wild, her breath ragged, but when she pointed back toward the old diner across the road, there was no doubt left, this was real. This was happening now. And without a single shouted command, without any dramatic speeches, the group moved as one. Boots hit pavement in unison. Engines were killed. Helmets were left behind. What many people never understood about bikers was this: behind the steel and the noise, there was a code: protect the weak, defend the innocent, stand up when no one else would. They followed the girl as she ran back, her small hand gripping the thick fingers of the men who stayed beside her, whispering, "It's okay, sweetheart, we've got you," though his jaw was clenched so tight it looked like it might crack. As they reached the diner's side entrance, the sounds became clear, raised voices, a woman crying, the sharp smack of flesh against flesh. The door burst open. Inside, a man froze mid-swing, his fist inches from the woman's face. Another stood nearby, rage written all over him. The woman, bruised, cornered, shielding her face, looked up in disbelief as the room suddenly filled with leather, steel, and silent fury. No one shouted. No one needed to. The presence alone was enough. One biker stepped forward slowly, his voice low, calm, and terrifyingly controlled. "Step away from her. Now." The men laughed nervously at first, trying to puff up, trying to pretend they were still in charge. That illusion lasted about 2 seconds. The bikers didn't rush. They didn't throw the first punch. They simply closed the distance, blocking exits, standing between the abusers and the woman like a living wall. When one of the men lunged, it was over. The fight ended almost before it began, disarmed, restrained, pinned until the police arrived, called by a biker who never took his eyes off the shaking woman. The little girl ran to her mother, burying her face in her chest, sobbing, "I told them to stop, Mama, I told them," and for the first time, the mother allowed herself to cry freely, safe in the circle of strangers who refused to look away. Outside, diners watched in stunned silence as the scene unfolded, whispers spreading, phones raised, disbelief etched on faces. These weren't villains. These weren't monsters. These were men who answered a child's cry without hesitation. When the police took over, one officer quietly shook his head and said, "You probably saved her life." The biker said nothing. They never did. Before leaving, one of them knelt in front of the girl again, pressing a small biker patch into her hand. "For bravery," he said softly. "You're one of the strongest people I know." She smiled through tears. Engines roared back to life moments later, and just like that, they were gone, no interviews, no demands for praise. Only a story left behind, spreading from mouth to mouth, reminding people that heroes don't always look the way we expect. Sometimes they ride loud bikes, wear scars like armor, and show up when a little girl believes in them enough to run. If this story moved you, inspired you, or reminded you that humanity still exists in unexpected places, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video so more people can hear stories that restore faith in kindness, courage, and compassion.